Hear me now? That's the audio. Fuck me, bro. Fucking in a minute. In a minute, I haven't done this. No one's set, bro. Can you hear me now, bro? Because system today is printing. I haven't taken a trade in a hot minute, man. When was the last time I took a trade? It was 2 weeks ago. Alright, what do I want to see this session? Definitely bearish for me. I think I want to be positioned bearish for sure. Yeah, double setup, fucking so clean. I just got on, so I wouldn't have been able to take, but this is pretty A plus. see what I can try and catch here. If I can. Would be awesome. Bit of a spew that we missed this one straight away. I'm testing something now. It's late. Well, I have not traded in multiple weeks, so the sell here is so free. So free, bro. That sell is just so free. Pivot, inversion, test, pivot, inversion. Oh well. I'll try and catch something. Hate this F11 button, bro. Why is it even there? As for next place, I want to see continuation. Difficult to say. The bounce is expected. We can come all the way back up here. I take the break even short. But as for now, I don't see anything that's worth taking other than the fucking 2 trades that I did not take. No rush, no rush. Thanks. Thanks. Anything today, to be honest. Me, man, why do I have to join this fucking thing late, bro? Honestly, chart that. I really wish that I had joined my stream earlier because this is textbook. 5,000 inversion, 2,000 inversion, 2,000 inversion entry, continuation, 2,000 inversion entry. So for me, I think lower, personally, because we're sweeping this 4 hour, we tried to push back up after this 50% retracement, and then we're failing, coming down. So I think bearish probably until this low. I haven't taken a trade in 2 weeks, shot that. I've been out of it, I can't lie. How you been though? What's been happening?
Keep me steady on the last train home. Say we're more than drift and chrome. Lights slide by in silver frames. I am yours if you feel the same. Hold me close, don't look away. Let the stations fade away. I don't need a perfect plan. Only your fingers in my hand.
That's good. It's good to hear. Quitting nicotine sent me into a spiral, but we're good now. No cigarettes, no sauces, we are crispy clear.
Post a smile from other lives. We ride quiet, safe inside. Your shoulder leans and I release. All the noise drops into peace.
I hate these continuations here. See how this closes.
Every stop is asking, choose. I am done with careful moves. If you're ready, say it straight. I'll be brave, you won't be late.
I don't really want to take this because I don't trust it, but this would be what I'll that close. It's probably pretty likely. Crazy. Ooh. Even up this here, probably gonna continue low.
Neon flickers in the glass. All mistakes roll back and pass. You laugh once and tap my knee. Suddenly I wanna be all the parts I hid away. Out and light of life today. We are two and that's enough.
Man, I am fucking reading the market pretty fucking well today, aren't I? Oh.
Count the lights and choose a street. Make tonight
What's the one trade that I get in? Be the one that loses.
say we're more than skin and bone.
If I get into a trade.
Like gentle flames. I am yours if you feel the same. Hold me close, don't look away. Let the stations drift away. I don't need a perfect plan. Only your fingers in my hand. Stay close, stay close. Stay close, stay close.
Legitimately, watch the one trade I get into be a fucking shit trade. Yeah, it's alright. Some days I like that chart though. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. You don't have to like, you know this, you already know what I'm gonna say, but it's just, you don't have to win every day. You know what I mean? We don't have to win every day. Although we want to, we don't have to. I hesitated here in this trade. Should have just executed, man. Just try it out. It doesn't have to be concrete, you can play around with it, but whatever your daily loss limit is, whether you want to split it into 2 for 2 trades or risk it all on the first trade, there's different ways you can play it. Like on a $200 daily loss limit, you can risk 200 on your first trade. you can risk 100, and then if you make 200, then you can risk 200 on your next trade. You know what I mean? You can risk the amount that you made. There's different ways you can play that one, but I just like one trade because then I'm patient. Sometimes too patient, but it helps me to really wait for the setup that I want to see here. Inversion, hard closure. In a market that's trading like this, hard closure is okay. That's why this is like intuition more so. EMA touch, and then this one was just off these 2000 inversions. So once we start inverting and we start respecting, if we get ones like this, so we close under, we usually trade into the first inversion and continue trading lower. And you probably see that the most recent here, closure underneath, retrade, closure underneath, retrade, closure underneath, retrade. Yeah, we push back up higher, but just generally, just use the most recent price action, hard closure, retrade. So I don't know. I do know. I've been doing this for a fucking long fucking time, bro. I've been doing this for a long time. I'll see if I can catch something. If I don't, I don't. But tape reading 4 wins is still fucking okay. Well, these two, not necessarily, but these two, yeah. Just telling you, the tick charts are slept on. They're slept on information. I really like them because if you just look at how price action formed today, off the tick chart, pivot, inversion, retrade, pivot, inversion, retrade, pivot, hard closure, trade lower. Like, I don't know, man. You go on a 3-minute chart, disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. 5-minute chart, disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. 1,000, 2,000 super clean. 1,000's probably okay. I don't know, you just say closures, you say strength in a way different light. You know what I mean? Pivot, sell, pivot, sell, pivot, sell. Like, am I retarded or like, I don't know, man. All I know is that I like it. Train myself to see this fucking pattern form over and over again. Just get better at executing it. And then in hindsight, it's legitimately, you're just trading fucking market structure. Because the tick chart legitimately is showing this pivot. It's showing why it should be a high. Because 2,000 orders pushed this up, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000 struggled, flip. Like, it's legit based on order flow. this is the most I've ever liked trading in terms of my system and indicators and everything. I'll be honest. I just have been a bit locked out of my consistency, which is fine. But in terms of trading, like I've never felt so comfortable in terms of trusting a system just to just execute. And every day, like I have had a 2 week break. I came back today and my system is just working. Like I don't know how to explain how fucking amazing that feels. But yeah, stick with a chart though. Let me know how you go. I definitely another secret, right, is like another fucking thing is like why would they make tick charts only available on a $300 a month program? Let's be real, guys. $400 a month for tick charts, like come on man. Come on man. This is a $5,000 a year edge. You know what I mean? But that one we're gonna keep low key because we don't want that one to be patched. I think it's gonna continue selling down. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get involved in it. We're coming towards this low. I hate it more as it goes lower, which is fine. $15-minute chart looks like a 3-minute chart, which usually signifies that it wants to go lower. You ever catch the 15-minute chart looking like really clean like this? I'll really see if I can try to catch something. I just don't want to force anything. That's 4 trades, man. Same thing here, but close, rejecting. So we'll see. I will see if I'm able to catch something, but maybe not today, boys. Maybe not today. How many opportunities to get involved in this sell here? Fuck me, dude.
Turn down the noise, I clear the lane. 4 count breath, I ride the train. Eyes on one smoke, one head. Clutter phase, I lose the dread. One task, one tone, hand steady, phone gone. Small move, then more. I'm here for the core. Focus flow, let it grow, breathing slow. I'm in the zone. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go. Focus flow, steady roll. Do one thing and let it go. Keep it clean, keep it calm, eating breath, body, mind. I count to 4, then I'm through the door. No rush, no track, just a smooth white flag. I lean into the line and the line treats me fine. Focus flow, let it grow, breathing slow, on the zone. Focus flow, steady roll, do one thing and let it go. Focus flow, steady roll, do one thing.
What's good, people? Feel free to fucking type in chat, man. I haven't caught anything today, but I haven't fucking traded in 2 weeks, so yeah. Spion, today could have been a really good fucking day, man. Today could have been a real good day, but it's not, unfortunately. So. Because we're thinking about the P&L rather than this execution, which is a normal trade of an unretarded fucking trader. Someone's short. Later shot that. Have a good one, bro. My man. Appreciate you. It's a bit gay today. Big gay, big gay, big gay. Alright. What do I want to see? I will catch something. I'm just gotta be patient. It's just dying, bro. I want to get impatient, but fuck me, man. It's very difficult to sit through a day where you're just not taking anything and tough day. Crazy, bro. It's just selling off every chance it gets.
the rhythm roll, feel it in your chest, let it take control. From the underground straight to the main, DJs on deck set fire to the game. Let the rhythm hit 'em. 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 Final on wax, got heat in the cut. Drop a real smooth, no need for the plug. Clap on the 2, kick on the 1. Baseline thick, yeah, the job gets done. No fake hype, just groove and soul. Got 'em losing control. Press play once, now the speakers ignite. 128 lock, take 'em high all night. Feel the pulse, let the baseline hit. Fader up high, never called it quits. They're funk, yeah, we move with class. Stacking these tracks like a DJ stash. Let the rhythm rap, let the rhythm roll. Feel it in your chest, let it take control. From the underground straight to the main. DJs on deck, set fire to the game. Let the rhythm hit 'em. Let the rhythm hit 'em. Let the rhythm hit 'em. Let the rhythm hit 'em.
Groups are fucking wig out sometimes.
Let the rhythm hit 'em.
Uh,
Good mood rolling in, morning on my skin. Fresh roll, shining white. Let the new begin. Wheels ride, easy lines. Breath keeps time, I'm light as the skyline. Steady prime, good mood rolling in. I carry the sun, quiet city stretches. I'm already one, hands find balance. Streets feel kind, I'm here, I'm clear. With a simple mind. Steam curve from the subway grade. Shoes tap out a patient gate. Chain ticks need a tiny clock. Birds lift off from a rooftop block. Crossing line flips to a friendly green. Taxi stripes blur into soft machine. Backpack simple all load slide. I pedal into a brighter height. Count it 2, 4, 6, 8. Breathe in time while the gray turns gray.
we're back in a sec.
Rhythm in place. Every small turn makes a larger space. Good mood rolling in, morning on my skin. Fresh road open wide, let the day begin. Wheels draw silver lines, lungs keep time. I'm light as a promise, easy climb. Ride on, head high, heart wide. Ride on, this is my side. Store gates live a gentle slide. Delivery cars take the quiet stride. Neighbors wave with a knowing nod. Puddles flash sky like a playful fraud. My hoodie's warm, my thoughts run clean. No heavy weather on the inner screen. I park at the river just to watch it rise. The water wears daylight like a new disguise. Hold his peace through the curve of noon. Pocket the blue like a polished room. I don't need proof for a day this right. Just lines on pavement in a softer light. I say my thanks to the turning gears, to the version of me that steers. Good mood rolling in, morning on my skin. Fresh road shining wide, let the now begin. Wheels ride, easy lines. Breath keeps time, I'm light as a skyline. Steady climb, good mood rolling in. I carry the sun, quiet the pause. Yeah, 75. It's a fresh 75, sharp and true. A little something just for me and you, yeah. It's a French 75, wild and bright, burning slowly in the fading light. Seven of the five.
I don't trust this for buyout, I'll be honest. I don't know, I'm gonna take anything else, man. Apologies, man. Apologies to whoever's watching, man. What's good, bro? I'm trading 5 XFAs, my man, on copy trade. We're currently in drawdown. My setup has played out 4 times today. But I am trading fundeds, bro. XFAs. Topstep XFAs. I just haven't taken a trade in a few weeks, my man, so I'm a little bit rusty, you know what I mean? I failed to execute. Last trade I took was on the 27th, which was almost 2 weeks ago. Didn't trade last week, and yeah. Execution a little bit poor today. But basically, 5,000 inversion, area of interest, 2,000 inversion entry, tick chart, inverse, retrade, closure below, entry, limit order. Bang, 1.5R, same thing here, inversion, bang, 1.5R. Off continuations and a strong, then we can take harsh closures as well. Engulfing candles, which is this trade. And then another way we can enter is the confirmation of closures below old 2000 inversion. So we close below, we retrade, we trade low. So this trade here is off this one right here. Close below, push in, then we target 1.5. This is my system, and on a day like today it can work really well, but it only works as good as my execution. Alright bro, so it's simple, but it's different to how most people trade. Now, everything I learn trading wise, my man, is based off ICT originally, and then it's just I've learned and adapted it to my own system. But daily, higher time frame bias, I just look at it, I look at the chart, I just get an idea. Alright, so when I look at this daily chart, pushing up, we're rounding down, so pretty neutral, but neutral bearish, right? Because it looks like we're coming back down to reprice 50% of this range. 4 hour chart, I want to look at what's actually happening. So on the 4 hour chart, we bottomed out, we've inversed all of this price action, we've come into this area and we've respected out of it 50%. So I'm just forming my bias, right? So daily is sort of neutral bearish, 4 hour is showing rejection. So I'm just looking at this, still neutral, right? We're bearish, but we've bottomed out, we're trading back higher. So I want to go on the 1 hour and just look at what price is doing a bit more in detail. All right, so we basically retraded 50% of this in this gap, bullish. Then we traded around 50% of this range, so target will be this high. And what do we do at this high? We come above it, we push below it, we come above it, we push below it, we come above it, and then we start pushing down. So what does this tell me? That short term, we're probably bearish. We're probably bearish in this after sweeping this high. 15-minute internal sweep, Asia open, 15-minute gap, bearish on the session to this low. All I want to trade is a short to the nearest draw on liquidity. So we take an internal high, we trade in 50%, and I want to take this portion here, right? This is all I want to look at. This is just me explaining a bit more in detail, but so 15-minute chart, I'm short, bearish, I want to see that. So what do? I come on this Topstep chart and I use a combination of a 5,000 inversion, right? A 5,000 inversion area, which is where I want to see price come back into. And then my entry is a 2,000 inversion closure below and retrade of the inversion. That's it. That's it. So basically on entry, I'm looking for a 5,000 inversion area that lines up with a 2,000 inversion entry signal. So what do we get here? We push up, get an internal sweep. We have a pivot, and I use tick charts, right? A tick chart is not based on time. It's based on orders. So each candle is 2,000 orders. 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, so on. You get the point. So for this candle to print as a doji, it opened here, 2,000 orders, pushed us up here, pushed us down here, and closed us here. So this tells me this is a strong area for a pivot to form in my area of interest with the inversion, and that's where I take my short. No one really trades how I trade, and I don't have a crystal ball. Like on a lower time frame, this probably looks like any other system or any other, you know, fucking entry signal. 1 minute inversion, 1 minute fair value gap, 50% retracement, whatever. I just use tick charts because I understand it and I like it, and it makes sense to me. But the only thing I'd say take away from my system is just have a look on Topstep or on Tradeify and use the 2,000 and 5,000 tick chart, and just 5,000 tick chart for pivots. You can find bottoms and tops of markets very easily on the 5,000 tick chart. So session to session, you just look at where pivots form. Pivot, engulfing, pivot, strong rejection. They usually form at areas in the market where, you know, pivots happen. And if you combine it with market structure at an area of interest that you actually want to see, it makes it more strong. So if we look at, like, for example, if we go on the 4-hour chart, we look at this as a premium discount leg. We go on the 5,000 chart, and I go in this area here. And I use the same framework, 2,000 inversion, 5,000 inversion. I want to see the same thing form, right? 5,000 inversion, internal sweep, bang, closure above. 1.5 R. Here, same thing. Closure above, retrade. 1.5 R. Sometimes you won't get the actual trade, like as a retrade. If you get a candle like this, sometimes you can trust the close, but that's intuition for me. Like if I see a candle like this, sometimes I'll just take the closure. But again, if we look at this for what we want to see, whether it's a pivot or the inversion, it tends to work. And then you can combine that with whatever you're looking at. If you're on a lower time frame, if we look at today, for example, and we just look at the 5,000 tick chart, we have this engulfing. So then we just want to see what we do here. No pivots, no pivot. We have a pivot here. We push up into 50%. And then we invert here, 5,000, trade lower, and now we're seeing that sort of reversal play out. Like, I don't know. I just use, if I could use one chart for the rest of my life, it'd be the 5,000 tick chart. And that's because it shows a lot of information. 5,000 inversion, pivot, long, like, engulfing, inversion, bearish, pivot, sweep the high, nothing, pivot, don't get the sell, We sweep one more time, then we get this bearish engulfing. So as soon as you get this, you can frame that this area, whatever happens in here, wants to go lower. Just candle formations, bro. Like price action itself. Do you understand the concept of power of three? Like how a candle actually forms? Like on a time frame chart, for example, each candle, you know, opens up. Let's use the 12 o'clock candle. So on the hour, this 5-minute candle, it opens here, it pushed up here, it pushed down here, and then it closed here, right? That's how a candle forms. So within 5 minutes, this candle opens here, pushes down here, pushes up here, and closes here. That's open, high, low, close. Open, close, high, low. That's how a candle forms, right? So what does that tell you, right? If this is the open, if this is the low, if this is the high and this is the close, for this candle to look like this, price has to do this. Within 5 minutes, right? This is how this looks like this on a lower time frame, right? You have candle, 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 print a low, pushes the high, and then it close, and then this is 5 minutes. I hope that makes sense. It's a bit messy, I know, but I hope that makes sense, bro. Now, the way the tick chart works is 2,000 orders open here, push all the way down here, and then close here. So this is a pivot point. Why? Because candle formations, we look at things like dojis. If we look at something like a doji, right? An indecision candle like this, right, is a doji. A strong wick candle is called a bullish hammer, right? This is basically like Thor's hammer, you know, we call this a hammer, which is this candle here. It's just showing strength in the market, but when combined with the tick chart, we're using orders, right? So what we have is we have $2,000 orders open, bang, bearish, super bearish. Pivot, instantly sold back into, still bearish. Huge bearish candle, struggle, 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 huge bearish candle again, confirming, and then instantly bought back up. So then we can use this as a pivot point to then look, all right, what do we want to see? We have a 2,000 inversion here. We close above. All right, maybe we can take entry above here. That's how I look at pivots on a tick chart. Like this is a perfect example of a pivot at an area of interest, right? Because this is a 5,000 inversion. The only 5,000 inversion we care about. And then we have this indecision. So we have 2,000 orders. Open, low, high, close. Open, high, low, close. Open, high, low, close. So this is a pivot point. Because it's that 3-bar pattern where we want to see that reversal. So I look at this. And then we get the same thing here. Pivot. Yeah, because you can obviously, like I can look at the chart and it's not perfect, right? Like there's going to be pivots that, you know, like this candle here is a pivot that is irrelevant, right? It's a pivot candle, nothing happens. Pivot candle, nothing happens. It's more so where's it forming, you know what I mean? So all right, maybe we're targeting this low, and then we want to see a pivot form here. So under this low is our area of interest. So what pivot forms underneath here that makes sense to use? In the same way that, all right, once we come through here with this bearish price action, we need to see this price leg reprice to 50%, right? So then we have an internal high. There's a lot of things that go into, like, obviously trading, but full range, 50% internal high. All right, so once we come above here, I'm looking for a short in this area, right? I have my 5,000 inversion area marked. Bang, we come in, we have the pivot, and then we have the closure and retrade. So this, to me, I wasn't trading here, like I wasn't even streaming at this time, unfortunately, but this is A plus for me. Like, as A plus as it can fucking possibly get. Genuinely. Because we have this pivot forming inside the 5,000 inversion, with the inversion, with everything playing out, with the direction, with the premium discount, like confluence everywhere. And the same thing here with this. At that point, you're just looking for continuation. So we have 50% retrade, pivot, inversion, closure below, retrade, trade lower. I hope that makes sense, bro. It's just the way I trade. But I enjoy trading that way. Today might be a no trade day, which is fine. It genuinely is fine, but like today should have been a good trading day, honestly. It should have been a bit of a bigger trading day, I can't lie. Because should have been, had I followed my system and not hesitated, it should be plus 600 on the day, but anyway. At the moment, my focus, bro, I'll be honest, is getting these to max payout. That's my plan, Raja, over the next couple weeks, months. So I need to take this balance to $12,000 per account to take $6,000 out per account. Now, this is my plan that I follow. So I risk $200 per trade. I take one loss, I stop. If I win that trade, I can take one more trade. And if it's a 1.5R like these are, I should be up plus 300. And I can take one more trade. Now if I take one win and then I lose the next trade, I still end up plus 100. And if I take two wins, I'll be up plus 600, right? So this way, my worst day is always going to be negative 200. My best day is going to be 600. Today would be an example of a day that's a good day. The only difference on an eval is I up the risk to 300. And to be honest, I'd be even comfortable risking 400 on this. Because then, you know, if this is 400, this is 400, then you're winning 600, and then you'll be up plus 200 plus. So this, with this sort of risk management, but then say two wins, yeah, this is alright actually, I don't mind this either. Generally 3 micros, bro, and then I size into it according to what the setup needs. So say I get into this, right, with 3 micros, and then I'm only risking like 120 bucks, I'll then add one more, and then see where it, make sure that it sits around that $200. It doesn't have to be perfect, like 200, you know what I mean? It's not perfect. This day I took one smaller loss, and you see like 5 trades, 4 trades, 2 trades. But if it allows me to go back, it's not even letting me see my executions. I don't know why it's not letting me see my executions, but I wanted to explain how I enter anyway. It's fine. But yeah, generally 3 micros, bro. 3 micros. I'll show you on this, right? So there's a practice account. Let's say I wanted to short this candle, right, with a stop at this high. So I go with 3 micros, a sell.
Order filled.
Stop at the high, exactly like this, right? And then my 1.5R, and then I go here, sell,
Order filled.
sell. And this is $200 risk. Does that make sense, my man? So this is how I frame it. Let's say like this isn't a trade I would be in, but this is just a practice account, so I don't care. This is how I get into it. So I start with 3, and then I size into it to make sure that if my stop is this high, it's appropriated. 3 micros is generally a good amount to start with. You know what I mean? Then you can size into it more or less depending on what you want to do. I just have fun on this account. It doesn't bother me on this account what I do.
Order filled.
Hopefully that helps, bro. But for me, I am going to end the stream now, my man, because as we can see, I've taken no trades today. And this is also just quickly. This is what I'm. This is what I follow as well. So I plan to increase my risk as I grow the account, right? That obviously this is going to take a long time to grow to 12,000. But the idea is once I get out of drawdown, once I get to past the buffer, I can risk more and then start having bigger days. So these $2,000 increments on a good day in this last bit, you basically can smash through in a day. And you have the drawdown to allow that to happen. Obviously risking $700 when you have 10 grand is okay. But yeah, hopefully that helps, bro. Chuck a sub. I live stream every day in Asia session. Just I've taken a week off, but I'm back to streaming, my bro. So feel free to hang out. And every trade that I took to get these accounts funded, I live streamed here on my channel. The first video where I said Topstep, 50,000 combine, And you can see here, 0, 0. Every single trade, 2 losses, 3 losses. Here I'm in drawdown. I'm chilling. I'll show everything, bro. I got nothing to hide. Take a loss here. In the stream. And then all the way to the day that I got these accounts funded, which would have been this big day here. I had my biggest day on the day that I got funded, which... Same system, 2000 inversion. Same thing, bro. Every single trade taken live. Done a practice account as well. Yeah. I was on 96. But there. I live stream at the moment with the time zone changes. I believe it's 11 AM. What is the time zone now? 10 AM, 10 AM. 8 to 10, yeah, 10 AM. 10 AM Sydney time or 8 PM New York time. But yeah, not I'm telling you, not many people. Yeah, so if we go here, what's the, because the time zones just changed, right? So 8 PM, what's CST, Central Standard? I go off New York, so I'm not sure. Yeah, 1 hour ahead. So 7 PM. 7 PM CST, 8 PM UTC4, -4. But yeah, I think today, like, first trading day back. And we didn't catch anything. Hesitation, but it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off now, boys. Whoever's watching, appreciate you hanging out. Leave a stack up, bro. Stack up. Let's do it, man. Okay. Yeah, I've had my break, so I'm back to trading every day, and I'm keen to do that. I appreciate you hanging out, bro. Appreciate you having a chat. If you ever need anything, feel free to hit me up, bro. Send me a question anytime. Anyone else? Leave a like, sub. And the same way that we fucking publicly documented passing his egos, I'm gonna document this 10 to 60k flip. I'm gonna turn 2k drawdown into 12k. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll work it out. I know how I'm gonna do it. I just showed you guys how. But appreciate you all. Much love, and I will catch yous tomorrow. Adios. Much love, and goodbye.